niggas looking at me like I'm from another planet. This ain't happened overnight, this is how I planned it. I just wanna fuck, ain't got no time to be romantic. Nines inside the truck, 4-5 inside the fan.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, PIPERBOY Williams. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick about something. You know what I mean? Surf put out like a tweet. This is a while ago, a little while ago. It was saying, he's willing to bet $20,000 like to battle. So I went ahead, and I started talking to like different, like league owners, like people that are kind of like in the business, and was trying to see whether or not it would be feasible for a lot of these leagues to go ahead and maybe try to like book this battle between Surf and potentially like Goods, because that's the only way that I'm looking at we can potentially get like Goods to battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling around and I'm just getting like general ideas from people, like people who can make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm hearing. The first thing I'm hearing, is that people don't know whether or not they're going to get their money's worth with Surf. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to invest or spend $20,000, and put that money up, and then somebody comes in that BS and they play around, or Surf does what he did like with Rex, or he does what he does, you know what I'm saying? Just giving 2 rounds, not giving 3 complete rounds. Like, people kind of feel some type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? The second issue that people are running into is that they don't know like whether or not Surf is even going to show up to battle. You know what I'm saying? If they end up booking it or putting it, or getting the engine running it to make it happen to where Surf can battle somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, Surf. Like, you put yourself in a situation to where now people don't know if they're going to get 3 rounds out of you, and I'm kind of looking at it like, all right, so if they don't get 3 rounds out of him, he loses the money. You know what I'm saying? And you still get like whatever you're going to make off of the pay-per-view. You still get whatever you're going to make off the door. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Surf is kind of, he just went through like a situation. You know what I'm saying? He got, hit up. You know what I mean? He went through like a real situation. All that, mixed with, what he's already got going on, I think would make for like an impactful event to where people would want to, book Surf, because, he would bring like that kind of attention to him, you know what I'm saying, to a battle. So, but people are still worried about, one, him not showing up for what you did with Iron Solomon, or just saying, I'm not going to show up, just get the deposit money back. Now, the problem lies is when you book somebody like this and you have like a major promotion behind it, and Surf decides that he doesn't want to like battle for whatever reason, now you stuck looking crazy like as a league owner that put like time and energy and promotion, to sue Surf. Another issue that they said is going on, with Surf, is that we all know that Surf, he goes along with, if it doesn't, happen on the URL, it doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of his views are, and that's kind of the league that he respects. He always calls like Smack and Beasley, like brothers or whatever, and they got like a certain rapport, and people are kind of wondering like, yo, if I book this person like Surf, if URL goes ahead and they try to get the battle from us, you know what I'm saying? Because they already paid Surf something. But from what I'm hearing, Surf gave the money back for the Iron Solomon battle. But they already have a relationship to where Surf might not do the battle, you know what I'm saying, on the league, that, if we were to put this battle on the league, he might not do the battle. Something could happen, can draw like a hiccup to where Surf may end up reneging on the battle, you know what I'm saying? So that's the issue that we're having. So I don't know, Surf, you know what I mean? Like, even though, and then another issue like people have, like some people that worked with you like in the past, they're saying that your price is too high. You know what I mean? Like, for what you're asking for, it's a little bit too high. Now, I don't know, like, anybody, who's a battle rapper, you can ask for whatever you want. The issue is, are you going to get whatever you want? So I can't say whatever the number is that I'm hearing, but Surf wants a lot of money to get back in the ring. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, and right now we're talking about $20,000 at least, for him to get in the ring, people are not, comfortable with booking Surf, especially after the Shotgun Suge situation, what he did with Averb situation, and then what he just did with Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know whether or not they're going to get 3 rounds out of him, or if they're going to be looked at as having a bad event. Because as you know, like, when Surf is on the card, it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like when Surf didn't show up to battle Iron Solomon, or he didn't like battle Iron Solomon, they had to get the JC battle. A lot of people were very upset with that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes the whole event not look as great. Like when you market somebody that's that big of a draw and they just decide like not to battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing like you kind of put yourself in a situation now where, for one, like people don't know if you're trustworthy to show up, you know, and for two, like people don't know if you show up, if you're going to bring 3 rounds. And I know what y'all think, oh, if he loses, he just loses the money. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, some people say, oh, well, why would you even want to see him in the ring anyway? I think Surf is a good talent, and I want to see what he can do, you know what I'm saying, with 3 rounds, like 3 complete rounds if he's battling for money. I know he's not, you know, like that great of a battle rapper to where he's going to win all of his battles. His battles are debatable at most. If he doesn't lose them, they're debatable. I get it. I understand it. But there's a lot of, you know, things behind, like, when Surf is booked on a card. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of promotion that can happen, like, if that happens. You know what I'm saying? But I think league owners are starting to get, you know what I mean, smarter, you know, with dealing with battlers, especially when you have people, you know, not showing up, you know, like with the whole New Jersey twerk situation. And then they kind of watch, like, your movements of what you're doing. They don't know if, like, maybe the parole or the probation issue, whatever that Surf has, is going to, if he has that, or a legal issue, is going to, like, get in the way, you know what I mean, of the battle if they were to book, like, Goods versus Surf. So some people, they, you know, they kind of are thinking about wanting to book him, but there's so many red flags dealing with him, you know, they're kind of like against it at this point, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I think that's crazy. You know, I didn't think, you know, people would have reservations, you know what I'm saying, towards, like, you know, Sue Surf and not wanting to book him because of whatever reasons. But, you know, as a blogger, you see it all, and you guys are fans, you guys watch everything. You guys kind of see that these moves that a lot of these battle rappers are making are now starting to hurt them. You know what I mean? From getting, you know, some of the things that they want. Like, he probably needs like 20 grand right now. You know what I mean? And the only way I think that he can get it is if, you know, if URL doesn't want to do it, you know, then he may have to, like, you know, partner up with a battler that he may have to battle, you know what I'm saying? And they may have to do it on their own, like with DIZASTER or something like that. Like, DIZASTER just had his whole event. But I talked to DIZASTER on the phone earlier, and he told me he don't want to battle Surf. You know what I'm saying? Because of the choking and because of the not completing the rounds, and then you don't know what you're going to get involved with when you're dealing with Surf. You know what I'm saying? So that's another person that kind of is just looking at it like, yo, I don't even want to battle him. I see people are kind of promoting it, and I seen like some, you know, one of the tweets from DIZASTER. I seen a couple of things like on Twitter I wanted to talk about, but, you know, I wanted to touch bases with him before, you know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, is this even a possibility for this battle to happen? And he said no. You know what I'm saying? He does not want to battle Surf. You know what I mean? He would not be motivated to battle Surf, and you don't know what you're going to get with him. So I don't know. You know what I mean? To see Surf in the future, I think it's going to be tough, you know, to get somebody to want to book him, especially like what he did with, you know, just as recent as a Rum Nitty versus, you know, Surf. You know what I mean? Like choking in the third and the second round, and when you watch the battle back, it was a lot of filler, and, you know, I don't think he did as well as people thought that he would do. You know what I mean? And I hate to say that because you don't want, you know, any battle rapper not getting any shine or not getting booked, or, you know, like the fan, or, you know, their fans not to, you know, like a lot of things that they're putting out. But, you know, you get what you give. Like when you put out, you know, bad performances, or you put out bad things like that, or you know, not doing battles that you say you're going to do, and you get everybody hyped, and then you pull back on battles, like people start to look at you a little bit different. And I think right now, the way Surf has been moving, I think has rubbed a lot of people wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. Do you feel that Surf's going to get booked again? Or if he gets booked, who you think he's going to get booked for? You know what I mean? The only battle that I think will probably happen with Surf that I think, you know what I mean, is Surf versus Geechee Gotti. I think that might happen on the URL. But other than that, like somebody booking him off the URL, unless he's got something going on right now, from what I'm hearing from people, like, he might not be, you know, like the go-to person or somebody to want to book, you know, to have an event like anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the situations that he had. And that sucks because there's some battles that I do want to see him in, one of which is Goods versus Surf. The only way I saw that battle happening, you know what I'm saying, is if it was a situation where $20,000 at the most, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna bet, you know, $20,000. The winner takes all. You know, that way they only have to pay technically for one battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because Goods is not cheap, you know what I'm saying, and Surf is not cheap. So it would make sense for them to put it down, you know what I'm saying? And I know, I mean, there's a couple people that kind of want to do it, but Surf, the movements that you have made are making a lot of people, you know, think twice about booking you. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Come rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.
I don't understand it. Niggas looking at me like I'm from another planet. This ain't happened overnight. This is how I planned it. I just wanna fuck, ain't got no time to be romantic.